Can take you live now and speak to Jan Camenzind, Broomby, who is a journalist in Hualien. That's the epicenter of the earthquake that we've been talking about. And Jan, very good to see you safe and well. Tell us about your experiences, what it was like when the earthquake struck.
That's right. The earthquake struck here just kilometers off of the east coast of Taiwan, close to the city of Hualien. The county of Hualien that surrounds the city has been the location where most of the damage has been done. It's a location where most of the people, the 800 plus people who are injured, have been injured. And there are reports also that there are 50 people trapped in minibuses in a tourist destination called Taroko Gorge in the mountains behind the city. Buildings here in Hualien collapsing, several residential buildings, one of them just over my shoulder there, collapsed, sinking to the ground, and videos circulating on social media showing children being lifted out of the rubble of these places. Many people, as you said, still missing, and many people injured here. And many aftershocks are still to come. The Japanese Meteorological Agency was reporting earlier today.
Have you felt those aftershocks, Jan?
We've been speaking to people who have felt those aftershocks. We spoke to a local hostel runner, a business owner here in Hualien. She said that for her, at first she wasn't scared of the earthquake. Earthquakes are very normal in Taiwan to some extent. But then it just didn't stop, she said. It kept on going and going. And there have been 50 aftershocks, she was saying, just in the last few hours. A village opposite where she is living has been surrounded by rubble that fell down from the mountain. So those aftershocks still very much present here.
You've mentioned Japan. They've offered to help as well. How does it seem that the emergency services are coping, given the scale of the disaster?
Well, you might be able to see the cord behind me, and you may be able to see the soldiers that have been brought in by Taiwan, the first responders here, the army being brought in to make sure that things are kept under control, and of course to go through those buildings and find people who are still missing. Things seem to be relatively under control at the moment. One big problem that the Taiwanese people are facing is that the road that leads from Hualien to Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, is blocked. There's that one artery that goes straight up to the capital. The road that most of these supplies would have been going down is no longer accessible. And the government here has increased the number of flights into Hualien and the number of boats and ferries into Hualien to bring aid in. But people in the city, for them, this is a normal occurrence to some extent. It might be the biggest earthquake in the last 25 years, but for them, they are determined to get back to life as normal. And you can see around me here, people gathering, walking around, observing debris, taking photos and speaking to one another. As Rupert Wingford-Hose was saying there, the death toll significantly lower than the last big earthquake that we felt here in 1999. Only 9 people dead here, and people here would be hoping that that number does not rise much further.
And that perhaps a reflection on the changes to the building code and the way new buildings have been erected too, Jan. Thank you very much for joining us. Really good to see you. Thank you.